Alright. Well, as I promised y'all, I know I'm late. I'm sorry I'm late. Very sorry about that. Let's see here. Sorry I'm late. I got called into work today, and it took a lot longer than I thought. I've had to reschedule twice today, and I'm sorry about that. So let me update y'all on what's going on so far. I've not had a lot of. I've been going through financial struggles, so that's why I'm not being able to do as many shows as I would normally like to do. Y'all know me. I like to put content out there, bam, bam, bam. But I haven't been able to due to financial restraints. I'm sorry about that. I got a new sponsor. So y'all please go check out W Energy Drinks. And when you do, please remember to use the discount code for my sponsor. It's a one letter, one word, capital Backwoods with a capital B and Cryptids with a capital C. That's your discount code. Go check them out. It's all natural energy drink if I research correctly. So go check them out. They're awesome. From everything I've read, they're awesome. I'm waiting to try to order my starter pack for that, so that I can personally start using it and give you all a personal actual review on it. So again, that is W Energy, DUBBY, with discount codes Backwoods Cryptids, and that will give you 10% off. So give them a try. If you're into gaming or anything, you have to keep a focused mind. Give them a shot. And keep an eye out for a commercial I'm going to make for them on here later. It'll be a video, not live. Let's see, I've only got one viewer right now, and that's probably my wife over here. Yeah, it is. Alright, what's going on? The cameras keep going in out of focus. Alright. Alright, well, I don't know why the camera keeps going boom, 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 like it's pulsing, but I'm sorry for that. Anyway, I originally was talking about Old Green Eyes when I first advertised doing the live tonight. Mentioned in this book, Ghost of the Southern Tennessee Valley by Georgiana C. I'm never going to try to pronounce that last name, but there it is, folks. So, now, like I've said before, I don't do ghosts. I have a firm theory that if I can't blast a thing when it's getting hostile at me, I don't want to muck with it. And for the two people who just joined the live, thank y'all. Glad to have y'all here. As I said before, my name is Greg Smith. I'm a backwoods son of a bitch, and I like to hunt cryptids, which is why we have this show. But let me go on to this part in this book here. Okay. Now the section is titled Green Eyes Searching the Night. It starts on page 13, but we're not going to read the whole thing. Now this does mostly talk about Old Green Eyes being a ghost, which I don't think it is, because of this one particular encounter reported right toward the end here. A few pages into that part of the book, it talks about this encounter. It says, Lakeview Throwthorpe High School student Blake Burnett grew up in the park. Though he doesn't accept most of what he hears about Green Eyes, he does believe Green Eyes exist. As he seen the glowing eyes, I don't have a light, so It could have been a possum, he says. But, hang on. That's part of the... One evening while camping in the park with Boy Scout Troop 8, he spotted a large creature. It doesn't say anything about a ghost. He and a couple other scouts were wrestling in the field across from and slightly south of the Florida Monument on Lafayette Road. So that's that field right there near the Visitor Center, for y'all who don't know. That same field right there where the Visitor Center is, that's where he's talking about. I saw something really big cross the road in the headlights. He says, I guess it was 7.5 to 8 feet tall. It wasn't wearing any clothes. It was hairy. It started walking across the road, but then went into a gallop on all fours. The car was coming, and it did not want to be caught or hit. Blake hollered for the other boys. To look, but too late. The creature was gone. It's either a grizzly bear or a green eyes. I'm pretty sure there's no grizzly bears in the park, Blake says. And he's right. We don't have grizzly bears in this part of the country. We have black bears. Grizzly bears are mostly on the other side of the Mississippi. Just think of how much that one grizzly bear would have had to go through to get all the way over here. It'd have to cross the Mississippi River. So it's not likely. His friend, Drew Jennings, also of Troop 8, did not see the creature, but he believed Blake. I've known him since middle school. I trust anything he says. He's an Eagle Scout. Blake thinks the creature is a spirit of a Civil War soldier that got betrayed or messed over and is bent on revenge. Back when Fort Oglethorpe was an active army post, Blake has heard green eyes would kill people. Even before that, in the 1870s, he would kill old Union soldiers or people would just disappear. Others, he says, would be found mauled. Not by a coyote, but something bigger. Still, Blake will not say the entity is evil. You don't mess with him. He don't mess with you. Blake admits, I don't believe in ghosts. He and Drew will continue to camp in the park with Troop 8, eyes and ears open. That's a little excerpt of it from this book. That makes, right there to me, says green eyes is a physical creature, not a ghost. So, do you have any questions as they pop up here since I can't see the chat? So now if you have any questions about Backwoods Cryptids, Old Green Eyes, or the Bigfoot sightings out on Pigeon Mountain in Lafayette, Georgia, now is the time. I'll be taking any questions. Also, I am working on making a Patreon page. Just so y'all know. I'm also working on merch, so if anyone would like some Backwoods Cryptids merch, let me know what kind of merch you would like to see in the comments, please. And again, please check out my sponsor. Brand new sponsor, my first sponsor, W Energy Drinks. Now, it's not like the energy drinks you buy at the store with all this nasty chemicals in it. This is an all-natural energy drink. Vitamins, minerals, stuff from the earth. Nature made, you know? Use my discount code, one word, Backwoods Cryptids, capital B, capital C, and you will get 10% discount. And later I will be making a full commercial that will be right here on my YouTube channel that will also be incorporated into my recorded videos. Just so y'all can get that. Like I said, I'm saving up to get me a sample pack, a little sample starter pack. Comes with a couple of flavors, a bottle that says W on it. I gotta get that soon. And I'm gonna start trying this stuff myself so I can give y'all a review. Because if I don't like it, I ain't gonna expect y'all to try it. But from all the things I've read, all the reviews I've seen, this is a good drink. Not just flavorful, but healthy for you as well. Helps you with your mental focus and everything. And if it's good enough for video gamers, I say it's good enough for the world of cryptids. So, check it out. So, has anyone got any questions? I will now take them because there's only 3 people in here right now. Okay. I guess I'll talk more about Old Green Eyes till then. Now, I was listening to a podcast about Old Green Eyes. And in that podcast, they said, oh, you know. Well, you got a comment. Yeah, what did they say, honey?
Good luck to you in your endeavors. I will follow you.
Okay, who said that?
Joanne.
Joanne, thank you very much. I know exactly who you are. We've met in person. You're the one who gave me the tip about them nesting up, the Bigfoot nesting up on Pigeon Mountain near the Estelle Mines. And let me tell y'all, this person was right. I went up there, me and my cousin, we hiked the trail from start all the way back to the campground, and oh boy, if I hadn't had my 45 on my hip, I don't think we'd have made it out of there. Something up there was very angry and was coming at us, and I just fired off some rounds in that direction. Was it a Class A sighting? No, I'll call it a Class B because we saw evidence of it there, shaking the trees as it was coming at us, snapping the trees, and we heard it. So yeah, I'm going to say that's a Class B sighting. Alright, but anyways, I was saying Old Green Eyes. The one podcast I listened to, I can't remember the name of it, so if this podcast person is listening, please comment. If you're hearing this later after it's, after the fact of the live, please, I happily invite you to send a link to your podcast onto the comments. But they said that the first encounter with green eyes recorded by non-Native Americans, because Native Americans have stories of this thing too. I'm still trying to dig through to get the whole story. But was reported by a nun who had came from a local monastery to help with the last rites and to help gather the dead during the Battle of Chickamauga. At one point, she got overwhelmed because one of the people she had to give last rites to was a 13-year-old boy. Wasn't even ready to shave yet, apparently. But he was still fighting. But he died. And she got overwhelmed, went off privately in the woods to pray. And got something circling her in the woods. And she went running back to camp. And this creature was chasing her. She just got the creature on 2 legs, sometimes on 4 if it wanted to hurry up. Now, to me, that could be a Bigfoot or Dogman. But my personal opinion about Old Green Eyes is he's a skinwalker. Just because there's so many varied descriptions. Oh, I just saw some people saying that. Anyway, but there's so many varied descriptions of green eyes. The only thing I can think of in any Native American mythology is a skinwalker. Now that being said, if it is a skinwalker, that could be troublesome. And since it's talked about in this book about people going missing in the park, I'm going to look into some of these missing persons reports that are supposedly happened in the Chickamauga battlefield and see if they could be related, and some of these deaths, to see if they could be related to Old Green Eyes or a cryptid. Because that is just more evidence that I can gather if I can find those reports. So, comments, questions, anything? Y'all got an open forum. It's y'all's time. If not, I'll just keep running my mouth till someone does ask or say something. I am going to also start trying to take, not financial donations, but I'm going to make a Amazon wish list of equipment or stuff we could use. Me and my cousin could use out in the field. small things to large things. Whoever wants to donate, if they want to, fine. If not, oh well. I'll still eventually try to get them myself anyway. When I get that up, it will be put in the link. Also, if you're not yet on my Facebook group page to keep up with updates and delays and stuff like that, please check me out on my Facebook group page, also known as Backwoods Cryptids. That way you can keep up to date on everything. So, let's see. What else can I tell y'all about here? Oh, I've already mentioned my sponsor twice on here. Again, the reason I haven't been able to do as much videos is due to financial restraints. I'm down to one job and barely making it. No, I'm not asking for money. I'm just trying to apologize for not providing as much content as I would like. To all my new subscribers, thank you for subscribing. To everyone who's subscribed, actually, thanks for subscribing to my channel. Thank you very much. Just that one little act, hitting the subscribe button and the thumbs up buttons on these videos and these lives and all these things I do on here, is a huge help to me. It's free to do, so please do that at least. I want to show off some things now too. Where's that plaque? No one talking about? You know where it is? Oh dear, my brother made me a plaque, and it got misplaced when we was packing up some stuff because we thought we was about to move. But it's got Bigfoot walking in the woods and it says Backwoods Cryptids on it. He made that for my birthday. My wife got me a Bass Pro gift card for my birthday, and I went and used it today. Got me a thing to help me get ticks off me. Got me a new knife sharpener. And it's my wife, so I can't just get me something. I got her something. Even though the card was for me, I got her a little flashlight that she can put on her purse or her keychain. Because, I mean, and she didn't ask me to do that. I did that because I love my wife. She spoils me, but I find a way to spoil her just a little bit in the process of her spoiling me. Alright, oh. Oh. Well, someone said someone commented.
Yeah, it was Joanne.
Mm-hmm.
That was sweet of both of you.
Oh. Well, Joanne, we're glad to have you with us, and heck, I'd love to have you on the show sometime to talk about. Because I know you're one of the original Bigfoot researchers in this area. I'd love to actually have you on film, on here, on my show, chatting with me about some of your stuff that you've personally experienced up on Pigeon Mountain. I mean, you just messaged me. You got me on Facebook. Set up a time we can do a live together on here, if you're up for it. Now, I mean, let's see, some other things I've been working on. I've been working on researching the Moon-Eyed people, because apparently they're not too far from me. Fort Mountain down in Chatsworth, Georgia. I went up there. I'm still working on the videos, stuff to go with that, and the research to go more with that to make a better video for y'all. Because I don't want to do nothing halfway or half-heartedly. I'm also trying to look into a Dogman report from a few years ago, right up here on Lookout Mountain, right there near oh heck, what was that? Cloudland Canyon State Park. Thank you. Or something jogged my memory, so thank you, God, whatever that was. But Cloudland Canyon State Park, they had a Dogman sighting about 2 years ago, I think it was. So I'm trying to look more into that. So far, all I found is out one news story about it. I would love to track down those who had the encounter. Hey, if y'all end up seeing this, please reach out to me. I want to talk to you. At first, it can be off the record and off camera, but I want to talk to you, get more information about your encounter with that thing.
Joanne said, I will have to message you later.
Thank you, Joanne. Thank you. Because I'd love to pay homage to you and your brother who came before me. I mean, to those who don't know, Joanne, who is commenting here, she's an OG Bigfoot researcher from Walker County. Her and her brother. And she kindly passed the torch on to me, which I felt very honored for that. I cannot put into words how much that meant to me. It meant a lot to me, actually. I was excited. You can ask my wife, she'll probably comment a response here. I was as giddy as a schoolgirl that day.
Yeah.
Gee.
I was there.
Yeah, my wife was there.
Very sweet person.
Yes, she is. And I finally got used to saying, okay, no, I ain't going to go into that. She can explain that later on when she's on here. But she's a very sweet person. And very passionate about the world of Bigfoot research. Oh, something else coming up here soon. October the 18th. Green Eyes Festival. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be walking amongst the crowd, interviewing people about their Green Eyes encounters, about their cryptid encounters. I would love for y'all to come down, check out the festival. It's our second festival of this type ever. I'm not going to have a booth. Bigfoot and things. Jasper Walls, he's going to try to be there. Okay, I said I had another comment.
Ben Four says, what's going on here?
Well, Ben, I was talking about old Green Eyes from the Chickamauga battlefield. And an encounter I read about in this book that makes me believe, more firmly than I already did, that it is a creature, not a ghost. Now, I know this says ghost of the Southern Tennessee Valley, but I do think that old Green Eyes is a physical creature. Because, I mean, I have found tree structures in the battlefield. I have found footprints in the battlefield. Let's see. Actually, I found we have heard unexplained noises in the battlefield that sound like a creature. Like some of that stuff you hear about other Bigfoot researchers talking about. We've heard it. We've heard the whoops. We've heard the howls.
Ben Four said they are going to look it up.
Man, if you decide to look it up, brother, I'll be happy to talk with you one-on-one. Video chat, whatever. You can find me on Facebook under the name Greg Smith. I'll be happy to talk with you as much as you want to about it. I got a notebook with all my research and all my one interview I did have about it. So I won't be coming empty-handed if you do want to talk about it. Now, I'm going to read this out one more time since I got a lot more people here now.
Ben Four said thank you.
Oh, well, Ben, I'll be happy to, man. It's my pleasure. My pleasure. Because I love cryptozoology. It's been a passion of mine for a long time. I just never had the nerve to get up off my butt and do anything until my wife gave me a good swift kick. Said, why not? I mean, yeah, she's over here waving her foot at me. I love this woman. Yes, I'm a crazy hillbilly. But you married this crazy hillbilly, so what does that say about you? Bigfoot Bud.
Hey, Greg. Hi, Phil.
Great to see you. Hi, Kelsey. Bigfoot Bud. How you doing, homie? That's Bud and Angie.
Hey.
Yeah. Now,
How you doing?
she just now realized who it was, y'all. But Angie, we're doing just great. Just some financial struggles, but you know it happens to everybody. I always overcome them. Gotta hand it to the wife. Hey, wait, let me see the chat for once.
Yeah, come on.
Brian, is that Brian Key?
Brand.
Long time no see. Okay, Brian, who are you again? I'm drawing a blank here, buddy, and I do apologize. Anyway, I'm going to read this one part right here one more time since I got more viewers now. Name of the book is Ghosts of the Southern Tennessee Valley. The section is called Green Eyes Searching the Night, and it's literally the very last page in the book on that section. Roger. Roger! Hey, how you doing, Roger? Thanks for turning in. Lakeview Thornville High School student Blake Burnett grew up in the park. He does not accept most of what he hears about green eyes. He does believe green eyes exist. He has seen the glowing eyes. I didn't have a light, so it could have been a possum, he says. But now listen to this thing. This is again from his account when he actually saw this thing right there near the VC, the visitor center for the Chickamauga Battlefield. One evening while camping in the park with Boy Scout Troop 8, he spotted a large creature. He and a couple of other scouts were wrestling in the field, slightly south of the Florida Monument, across from and slightly south of the Florida Monument. Now again, if you're coming into the park from the Fort Overthorpe, Georgia side, that's that first field right there, next to the visitor center. There's a little gravel parking area you can go park in. It's right there. It was dark but clear. A quarter moon in the sky. During the melee, Blake happened to glance toward the highway several hundred feet away. And he says here, I saw something really big cross the road in the headlights. I guess it was 7.5 to 8 foot tall. It wasn't wearing any clothes. It was hairy. It started to walk across the road, but went into a gallop on all fours when a car came. The car was coming, and it didn't want to get hit or caught. Blake hollered for the other boys to look, but too late. The creature was gone. And it wasn't a grizzly bear either. It was either a grizzly bear or green eyes. I'm pretty sure no grizzly bears are in that park, Blake says. His friend Drew Jennings, also of Troop 8, did not see the creature, but he believes Blake. I've known him since middle school. I'd trust anything he'd say. He's an Eagle Scout. Blake thinks the creature is a spirit of a Civil War soldier that got betrayed or messed over, and is bent on revenge. Back when Fort Overthorpe was an army post, Blake has heard green eyes would kill people. Even before that, in the 1870s, he would kill Union soldiers, or people would just disappear. Others say they would be found mauled, but not by a coyote, by something bigger. Still, Blake will not say the entity is evil. You don't mess with him, he don't mess with you. Blake admits, I do not believe in ghosts. He and Drew will continue to camp in the park with Troop 8, eyes and ears open. Again, I know I just read that a second time, but to me that says it is a creature, not a ghost. A ghost can't maul you. And the size of it, I mean, if it's a ghost, why is it so big? Can't be the horse, ghost of a horse, because a horse is always on all fours. Again, it goes from bipedal to quadrupedal. Again, that sounds like a cryptid to me. I cannot stress that enough. Well, y'all, I'm about to cut this off. It's been about 30 minutes. I still got to eat dinner and get ready for bed because I got an early shift in the morning. But one more time, y'all, thank you so much for subscribing. Thank y'all. And also, don't forget to check out my new sponsor, W Energy Drinks. Use my discount code, Backwoods Cryptids, all one word with a capital B and a capital C, and you'll get 10% off. Until then, y'all stay safe out there. And I hope to hear from y'all soon. If I get a chance, I'll do more live streams. Try to make up for some of the content I've not been able to post due to financial restraints. Until then, y'all, I'll see y'all later. I care deeply about all y'all fans. If y'all ever have a cryptid encounter of any kind, please reach out to me. I will be happy to talk to you. I don't have to be coming on camera. I can talk to you just to help you out and figure out what you saw. Now, if you're willing to come on camera and talk about it, that's a bonus for me. Till then, y'all stay safe.